headlines first. Future of Manipur lies in hands of young generation, says MPCC member Oinam Romain. And vehicular movement along Imphal-Zaribam Road resumed after landslide debris cleared off an area between K. Sinam and T. Laizang village. Hello, very good afternoon, and you're watching ISTV English News. I'm Priyalakshmi Langpo Clarkpum. Now the news in detail. Member of MPCC, Oinam Romain, has highlighted the vital role of youths in shaping the future of Manipur while attending a youth induction program organized by Singjamai Youth Congress Committee at his residence at Singjamai Oinam Thingil. Youths who have participated in the orientation program held under PM Surya Ghar Muft Vijli Yojana were also handed over certificates during the program. Further speaking, Oinam Romain further stressed the importance of young people creating their own job opportunities and employing others rather than solely pursuing existing jobs. He emphasized that by unleashing their creative potential and innovative spirit, the youth can play a pivotal role in building a prosperous society, which in turn will drive economic growth and development in the state.
Manipura akogi life ay sudi tambaga pandam amagi loirana angang oringi achobo job amagi tamakta asada loirana adu life tamurwa angang singdo akoi tamuba simpamdu lor matungda akoi job ama bopangda kangaurba mayam ngasi thokre adu kangaur na singdo adu kharam makai Manipur government gi thabak nadana atopa makoi gi simpam ama pina bagi tamakta aina ngasi ministry of skill makada skill india haibgi makada ngasi aina solen solution haiba training adu tabjawni akoi certificate pai ba certificate se Manipur kadarate singapore kadarate india ma pap gudi makta certificate se pai ga akoi sanaba job phangda khoi maru ba certificate ne habi se love you.
Due to massive landslide that occurred last night in an area between K. Sinam and T. Laizang village along National Highway number 37, Imphal-Zaribam Road in Kangpokpi district, vehicular movement was disrupted along this route for some hours today. After the road construction company cleared the landslide debris, stranded vehicles have started moving and the national highway has now been opened again. Fiction and Poetry Club Manipur celebrated its 21st Foundation Day along with a book release function at GM Hall, Thawai Paliba Mitam, a short story book written by Basanta Chongtham, and Yawa Amatang, a poetry written by Dr. S.K. Apanba, book titled Yawa Amatang, were released during the function. President of Fiction and Poetry Club Manipur, Thaudam Netrajit, Sahitya Academy Awardee Yumlembam Ibomcha, and Professor Chirom Raj Ketan of Manipuri Department, Manipur University, graced the program as the main guests. Speaking on the occasion, President of Fiction and Poetry Club Manipur, Thaudam Netrajit, stressed that it is the responsibility of the function of the Fiction and Poetry Club to nurture and guide the young emerging writers and poets to ensure the continued evolution and progress of Manipuri literature. Considering the need for Manipuri literature to join the evolving form of literature of the world, the two books were released today, he said.
Saita se amna ole thaina gi jawba kamal angang hangi romanticism dagi hauraga modernism du adu nataba hojikti adu gi thak mathang gi matung da hojikti kala da angakpa phagna aikoi gi section da ba haitaba yadaba world class da aikoi su Manipur gi saita su changsan da ba yadaba matang ama lakpa aduna aikoi gi ngasi gi fiction and the poetry club Manipur gi aikoi gi thokchariba scholar sing writer sing kabi sing asi yamna Lairik puthok taba yadaba, lairik puthok iba adu quality like taba yadaba, Prithivi gi sharing isel khang de yadaba, aduga sang thokpa writer ama oina na bugi pandam dani, fiction and the poetry club ti Manipur saita sakot na bugi damakta, ano ba kabi sing writer sing Manipur da thi dana puthok dana ekoi promote tau dana ekoi yamna pukhat pa ama ekoi fiction and the poetry club Manipur gi mathoni.
Writer Basanta Chongtham said his short story book contains 14 tales about love and politics. Through his stories, the author highlighted the tragic impact of the Manipur conflict, while also immortalized the students who lost their lives protecting their community, their spirits continuing to inspire.
Houkiba sahi khrasida lan maram orakanda nungsinaba leiramba mayam punamak kainarakpa adagi amana nungsinungon gi maramda mahi masing tamdana mapalamda leiruwa adugumlaba pakhang leisasing yumda halakanda makhoi gi mahi tamba loisalaba matungda mama mapagi phiji gi mani oramba mayam singdu lan gi saithengji phangakanda nungsibasu kainaba aduga mahaki tamuriba mahi singadu pumang mangakanda leibak sigidamakta jati si kannabagidamagta hotnaba adugumlabaduda mangkhiba adugumlaba thawai sing adugi mitam adu ngasidi manipur gi asigumlaba maitai taba khungang singda mathang leirakpadona tauba adugumbaduda base tawjaraga aina ijabani.
5-day Ecuador Margin Expo 2025 jointly organized by Center for Research on Environmental Development, CREATE and Northeast Women Entrepreneurs Association Manipur Center concluded at Margin Polo Tourism Complex. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. A. Chinglin Khomba Mitei praised CREATE and NEWA Manipur chapter for their efforts in hosting the expo, providing much needed support to local weavers, artisans and entrepreneurs during these challenging times. He also informed that Education S has been conducting exhibition Expo to showcase the talents of the students. He spoke about the welfare measures taken up by Mission for Economic Empowerment of Traditional Artisans and Craftsmen, METAC, to support the local craftsmen and artisans.
अखोइना येंगजेबसिदा अखोइगी स्टेटसिंगसिदा पिथोरकपा क्वालिटी से वाटना लेबा नुपादा ओइरो नुपीदा ओइरो छात्र नहारोंदा ओइरो अहनसिंगदा ओइरो नहारोंसिंगदा ओइरो अदुमंगनी हाइदना खले ngasi ai expo sugumba अखोइगी क्रेट अमसुंग नेवाना सिनबिरिबा एक्सपो 2025 बदो मार्जिंगी सुंबा मासाइकोन असिदा सिनबिरिबसे मागी प्लेटफॉर्म अमा मागी कंट्रीब्यूशन अमा सो केस तौनना बगी एरिया अमा पीबनी हैना आइना तसेंग लौजै.
As part of the celebrations marking India's 79th Independence Day, a special band performance by the Assam Rifles is scheduled to be held at Kangla West Gate. The event will feature two performances on 12th, 13th and 15th August 2025 between 6:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. These 30-minute musical tribute will commemorate the victory of Operation Sindoor conducted from 7th May to 10th May as a response to the dastardly Pahalgam terror attacks. The performances will feature patriotic tunes and served as a heartfelt homage to the brave armed forces who carried out precision strikes on terror bases. The event will be open to the public and will be held in front of the west gate of Kangla Fort. The Assam Rifles call for maximum public participation to show solidarity and pride during these momentous celebrations. Well, now some national news. Both houses of the parliament have been adjourned till 2 p.m. following the opposition parties' uproar over various issues. When the Rajya Sabha assembled at 11 a.m., Deputy Chairman Harivansh tried to run zero hour. The opposition members raised the issue of special intensive revision of the electoral roll in Bihar and other matters. He said that he had received 29 adjournment notices from different political parties on 5 different issues, of which 18 are related to matters which are sub judice. He said as per rules, the matter which is sub judice will not be taken up for discussion and disallowed all the notices. He repeatedly appealed to the protesting members to go back to their seats and allow the House to function. Harivansh said more than 62 hours have been lost due to continuous disruptions in the Rajya Sabha. He said the question and 0 hours are for members and urged the protesting members not to disrupt the proceedings of the House. As the pandemonium continued, the Deputy Chairman adjourned the House till 2 p.m. Similar scenes were witnessed in the Lok Sabha also. When the House assembled at 11 a.m., the opposition parties started a protest demanding discussion on the issue of a special intensive revision. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla said that protesting members are disrupting the House in a pre-planned manner which is not right for democracy. Expressing concern, Speaker Birla noted that the proceedings of the House are being disrupted from the last 14 days, which is not appropriate as per democratic tradition. Amid the noisy scene, Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister Bhupendra Yadav replied to a question related to the Integrated Development of Wildlife Habitat Scheme. Despite the repeated appeal, the opposition members continued with their protest, following which the Speaker adjourned the House till 2 p.m. In international news, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese announced that Australia will formally recognize the state of Palestine at the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in September, marking a significant shift in the nation's foreign policy. This decision aligns Australia with countries like France, Britain and Canada, which have also signaled their intent to recognize Palestinian statehood, aiming to bolster international momentum toward a two-state solution in the Middle East. The announcement follows weeks of internal pressure within Albanese's Labour government and growing public concern over the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Albanese emphasized that the decision is predicated on commitments from the Palestinian Authority, including no role for Hamas in a future Palestinian government, the holding of general elections. A two-state solution is humanity's best offer to break the cycle of violence in the Middle East and to bring an end to the conflict, suffering, the starvation in Gaza. Albanese said during a press conference alongside Foreign Minister Penny Wong. In Ecuador, at least 8 people were killed and 3 others injured in a nightclub shooting in Santa Lucia. 7 victims died at the scene while 1 succumbed to injuries at the hospital. Police say heavily armed attackers arrived on motorcycles and into vehicles. The motive is still unknown. The shooting comes just 2 days after another deadly attack where gunmen attacked a boat in El Oro province, killing 4 and leaving several missing. Violence has surged in Ecuador, especially in the coastal provinces of Guayas, El Oro, Manabí and Los Rios, all currently under a state of emergency. Authorities blame the violence on drug gangs fighting over trafficking routes. According to the media reports, over 4,600 people have been killed in Ecuador so far this year. Well, before we end this bulletin, the headlines once again. Future of Manipur lies in hands of young generation, says MPCC member Oinam Romain. And vehicular movement along Imphal-Ziribam Road resume after landslide debris cleared off an area between K. Senam and T. Laizang village. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great afternoon.